Alright, so we haven't posted any videos for a while. At least I haven't posted any videos for a while of any of my games. Dan and I are just going to play a game of Encounter using our Canadian Nationals lists. Basically testing out my Pioneers. And Dan, why don't you take me through your British list, then I'll go over mine.
Sure, it's British infantry from North Africa. Technically it's New Zealanders. So I've got infantry with light mortar, infantry with light mortar, infantry with light mortar. Oh, and they have sticky bombs. So there's no point in taking an ATR because it's the same. That's on the board. And I've got bishops as well on the board. Kind of the theme of my list is the crappiest British units that no one ever uses. So bishops never get used. In reserves, I've got deacons that no one ever uses. Regular crusaders, and I've got a custom-made Covenanter as the platoon lead for it, and I've also got a unit of Grants. So the British or the U.S. Lees are 1,000 times better than the British Grants. So.
Okay.
So that's what I'm taking, and then I've got a unit of Universal Carriers. So these are my 4 platoons off the board.
So Ricky Recon.
Yeah, and I've also got a Hurricane D.
Awesome.
To rock.
So, something I forgot to mention at the beginning, maybe you probably caught it when you were over looking at my tray. That's my 6th platoon sitting right there. Mr. Ferdinand's going to come out and join the fight, hopefully when we start rolling for reserves after turn 3. Den, take me through turn 1.
My bishops landed around right in the middle of your nebs. Pinned them, killed the middle gun. My planes did nothing. And then you rolled your planes. And I tried to shoot them down and failed miserably. Oh yeah, and I walked them up. Everybody else dug in.
All right, you attempted and intercepted, but
yeah, attempted and intercepted and failed.
Right.
And then these guys rolled to try and pin them, and failed because they're 2 guns. And then your Stuka came in and killed a dude and pinned them.
Rerolling,
So
rerolling hits. Got 3 hits.
Yep.
Rerolled, only got 1.
So now we'll see if the RAF
killed 1
comes
dude.
in. RAF.
3 dice.
Yes.
You can get him.
Will
We'll
you,
come back after turn 2.
You gonna shoot him down?
Right, it was a fast one. Ranged in over here, aircraft were intercepted on both sides, both on his turn and my turn.
Yeah.
Took some good pictures of that. We'll show them later. Ranged in, didn't hit anything. Safe over here. Subsequently, I decided to bombard, re-rolling because I'm down to 2 tubes. Killed 4 stands. These guys in the center, which is good for me. No reserves for Dennis. It is the top of turn 3. No airplanes for Dennis. So we'll see what happens after this. So we skipped a couple of turns, only because there wasn't a lot that went on. We were just about to start turn 5. Dennis is getting another unit of reserves on. Last turn he got a unit of Crusaders.
Shot your FAMO.
Yeah, I brought on my Ferdinand and my platoon of Panzer IVs.
Platoon wiped out my infantry platoon.
Which was here, leaving the command team and the, Piper?
Well, it's a 2 IC, 1 IC.
Oh, okay, so both of his command teams are in the center.
Yeah.
So he wiped out my FAMO, my Pioneer truck is gone. Alright, then why don't you take us through the last 2 turns?
Spectacular failure on the British part. So I had side shots with my Tally-Ho Crusaders, did nothing. These guys direct fired 4 shots the previous turn.
At this platoon, yeah.
Bailed at 1, and then next turn had 8 shots, hit once, nothing. These guys did nothing.
You did manage to cook one off, though.
Oh yeah, I cooked one off.
You didn't bail him, you destroyed him.
Should have killed him, my reserves came in the wrong place, so
over there.
my Crusaders are eating it right now.
So all I did was return fire, popped a Crusader, bailed a Crusader, managed to hit with the nebs over there.
Yeah.
Bailed
out
a Grant.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll see.
Ferdinand's not doing so hot. He's fired I think
running
4
away from
times, and
infantry.
he fired 4 times and he hasn't hit anything. But he's
That's all they
making
came
his
with
way
it.
away from these guys
Yeah.
that are moving in. So we just finished turn 9. So we're just about to go to the bottom of turn 9. I'm about to take my turn. I've got aircraft coming in. Don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Last 2 turns.
I killed off the Panzer platoon with my bishops. Fine.
Panzer platoon's
and
gone.
1 Crusader, and then you killed them.
Yep.
And then over here, I was able to wipe out with my Grants, with their American
Oh yes,
HE ammo.
HMGs. They're dead.
HEs, yeah. So I was actually able to kill
They tried to
off
get to the
HEs.
fort. They couldn't do it. I was just
Well.
using them as a blocking platoon, basically, for some of the stuff that's coming up the center. Just something to slow them down. I knew I was going to lose them anyway.
Yeah.
There was a huge mass of armor and
Recce's.
recce platoon.
And the deacons and the bishops both have AA, so I was able to shoot down one Stuka.
Yeah, so I had to reroll hits. Ended up killing one
Just
bishop.
one bishop.
Deacons themselves moved out behind this.
They ran away because
outcropping.
they have no HE. And
That's right.
So therefore they're useless.
Pretty
against
useless.
The Ferdinand. And
These dudes are still in the open, making their way, basically chasing down the Ferdinand. But he's
well, I don't want to be Johnny Siskrieg.
tucked in behind this platoon.
Sorry, there's something in my throat there.
And got Grant's here. And then the rest of Dennis's stuff in the back.
Yeah, they're not
Doing
Maybe I should.
anything. Yeah, all my offensive action has pretty much been destroyed. I expected actually to do a little bit better against the armor early on, and maybe get the Panzer IVs up to that corner objective.
Yeah.
But
No dice.
Dennis has slowed me down. He's killing stuff and blowing stuff up. So yeah, we'll pick it up after turn 10 or 11. So we actually finished bottom. Well, sorry,
11.
top of 11.
Yeah.
Quick and dirty. Infantry platoon.
Walked
Deacons
in,
providing a crap load of fire in on my pioneers over on this objective.
and my bishops were ranged in, so I kept them pinned down. And they were
True.
rifle teams, so when they shot in defensive fires on their fires.
And I think you managed to kill a stand every 2 turns over here anyway, just in sporadic fire.
And in fact, the Deacon MGs took out a guy, even though they were
did.
dug in. And then over here, I was able to lift Gon to ground with the Recce. I lost all my grants because these guys are pioneers.
Counter assault, yeah.
But-
so tank
But I
assault 4
killed.
with
But I
the
killed
panzer
enough
back in.
guys. I did kill enough guys. They were at half. Then these guys assaulted in, and then I
Finished them off,
Yeah.
more or less.
Well, I mean,
We're each contesting the objective
we're just
anyway.
contesting there, but yeah, I would take over with it. But I mean, the infantry would have.
These guys are
smashed
dead,
them.
so don't worry about those guys. These guys were doubling to try and move in a little bit quicker. When I lost my Panzer IV through the center of the table, it was pretty much any offensive action on my part pretty much wasn't going to happen. I'm definitely not going to take any offensive action with something that moves 8 inches at a time.
Well, in a way, your
Um,
Ferdinand was negated by the fact that my best armor is armor 5.
Sure.
Like a Panzer IV would have done it. But I mean, we know that there's going to be Tigers at the Nationals for sure.
At least one set.
Oh,
Yeah, at least one set.
And the
It was,
Panther kill game, yeah,
it was a good game. So it was a 4-3 for you.
4-3, yeah.
4-3 for you.
So you killed the Grants, you killed the infantry platoon,
even though
and
we
you killed
played-
the Crusader.
Even though we played 11 turns, we
Yeah.
are about 20 minutes under time, which is surprising.
Well, some of the turns were air, shooting, bombardment, and that's it.
And that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It only got a little bit busier when we started to get some reserves and stuff on the table. It was a good game. So I'm not too sure whether we'll get any more games in before Nationals. At least maybe at least one more, but it won't be too much. I don't think I'm going to tweak my list too much. I'm pretty happy with it. It's got some flexibility. I'm still not sold on Nebs only because I don't own. I've only owned them for a year. I bought them last year at Historicon.
I still think if you had them
And,
behind the mountain, they would have. Because I was direct firing to kill them.
Yeah. I think for me the only reason why I didn't place them is because this would have been too crowded. It would have pushed my other platoons out to the side.
But you could have. But the thing is, you could have put your infantry up in here, dug in, no matter what, and then have your nebs back here.
That's true. Yeah. So placement would be one thing to think about.
Your minefield over there did slow my crusaders
Yeah,
from
so I
flanking your.
I really just used the minefield to just kind of decide
And this one too.
which way you were
My
gonna
grants
come.
were gonna race through there, but had to go around. So they're pretty good placement.
Yeah,
at
so it
this.
wasn't too bad. I couldn't totally block off the side like I wanted to, but either way, it kind of worked as a funnel. I just wish I could have done more. He definitely could have gotten a few more shots and maybe killed a few more tanks. But we'll see what happens.
Well, I rushed him with my infantry, so you couldn't leave him way out in that.
I had
flank
to
line.
get him off the table, or at least pull him back to somewhere safe. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.